like to go to with Camilla.
All right, we want to choose something. Yeah, me and then Mendoza choose something. Yeah.
Cool. You choose something.
All right, choose something. Why not? That's my dream.
Oh no, I brought the wrong story. Oh, no.
We're like going in the dark.
Okay, I was going to read a long list of the disadvantages of moving to Sheffield. And Dan told me I only had 3 minutes, so I thought I'd read a short story instead by a Brazilian writer called Marcelino Freire. Very short, don't worry. 4 black guys and a girl stops outside the building. The first thing the doorman said was, "Jesus." The second, "What do you want?" Or, "Which apartment?" Or, "Haven't they fixed the service elevator yet?" "We're making a film," we said. Caroline explained, "A documentary." "Eh? What's one of those when it's at home? Normally people just show their IDs and that's that. What are these kids playing at?" "We're filming." "Filming? Criminals do that before they kidnap someone. Keep track of all the comings and goings, the daily routine, what time the victim leaves for work in the morning. And in this building there are bankers, lawyers, doctors. No building manager though. The building manager's never here." "Where are you from?" "The Morro do Pavão, favela." "We want to film a feature-length documentary here." "A feature-length what?" "Feature-length robbery, more like. Shoot some people, knife a few others, slit some old ladies' throats. These kids must be armed to the teeth." "What did I tell you? I'm out of here. Doormen are human too." Caroline said, "The idea is to go into an apartment unannounced and interview whoever lives there, and film the whole thing." The doorman, "Go into an apartment?" The doorman, "No way." Inside the doorman's head, "I am fucked." I have to admit, it was all my idea. People are always coming up to where we live, making films about us. We open our doors, show them our cooking pots. You know the fucking drill. So what was my idea? Well, I got hold of a third-hand camera, and we practiced with it for a few days. Exclusive footage, that's what we were after. Gleaned from the lives of the middle class. Caroline, "Come on love, please." She showed him the microphone and waved it around a bit. Great, so now I'm about to get hit over the head with a microphone. We borrowed it from a Macumba priest who was helping us out with the project. The doorman rang the bell for apartments 101, 102, 108, pressing every button in sight. "I'm being attacked, surrounded. Call the police, anything." The whole point was to turn up without telling anyone beforehand. Keep it spontaneous, you know? Natural. The resident talks about what life's like, with cars in the garage, a salary, a swimming pool, a computer with internet. Then fame and fortune. The Brasilia Film Festival, the Gramado Film Festival. Our film being shown on big screens in schools, in apartment blocks just like this one. No, we don't only listen to samba. We don't only listen to bullets. This doorman's acting like he's not even black the way he's keeping us shut outside like this. The hill we live on is just over there, open 24/7, and we welcome people with our arms thrown wide. The slimy bastards come strolling in, poking around in our past, and we open up like little birds, tell our stories like parrots. We sing, we roll over, we offer them our Coca-Cola. But thanks to this fucking doorman, our film will never even get made. I mean, shit, it's Sunday today. We just wanted to see how these families have their Sunday lunch. Whether they do it the way we do. A plate, some stew, a napkin. Shit, there's no need to call the building manager. Just listen for a second. We're going to take the camera out of its case. We'll show you we don't mean any harm. We're only trying to get on in the world. Make films. Cinema. Look at the great Fernanda Montenegro. She practically won an Oscar. Fernanda Montenegro? No, she doesn't live here. Then he warned us. I'm calling the police. Us. The police? No one likes the police. This isn't what we want to hear. We've all sacrificed a shitload for this project. Nicholson stopped selling churros. Caroline gave up the nightclub. I left my wife, my dog, my son. Not a feature-length film then, just a short. Us poor people, we take what we can get. Start filming. What? I gave the order again. Start filming. So we did. We recorded everything. Residents peering down from their balconies, the traffic, the police sirens. Police sirens? Of course. All films have to have police sirens. And gunfire. Plenty of gunfire. Shots. Jonathan jumping over the wrought iron gate. The doorman locking himself inside his booth. Fear. All kinds of people turning up. And this wasn't the way we planned it at all. We had to improvise. It's fine though, whatever. We can always edit stuff out later on. No, I translate
Mendoza.
Right, so this is so
Okay.
blame down on the telly. This is Dan's choice.
It's my favourite.
Of Cells and Mutation, which is fan text from Thoreau.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
With insects. Mainly. But its belly is not white, only whitish. In certain light I am interrupted. In certain light I can make tension between copper-coloured devil's needle. Darker spots on wings, a glutinous maggot who becomes a fly, quite possibly common. I caught a handful. Lucky moth on cherry tree, pea green with maple keys. But its belly is not white, only whitish. I understand this and long for the spring. Rather I cut myself on the barbed wire we circle around the nursery. Interiority reflects the next transgression, more binding confines. When, starched, smooth and rigid, the edges frayed, of their own accord, carrot tops sprout leaves. But its belly is not white, only whitish. In certain light I am interrupted. In certain light, domestic bees are imperfect creatures, tension between. The drone is a bee without a sting in vulgar opinion. Worms fixed to their cells, who becomes a fly, quite possibly common. I caught a handful. The honey bee has lost her wings. But its belly is not white, only whitish. I understand this and long for bird song. Rather I cut myself. On the barbed wire we circle around the nursery. More binding confines the meaning of issue. When corn fodder, starch smooth and rigid, the edges frayed, of their own accord, in the soil beneath the mountain ash. But its belly is not white, only whitish. In certain light I am interrupted, in certain light I am imperfect. Tension between. I, Min Omushi, hid in cherry blossom. Here she is, my dress. If I move in a simple and primitive manner, I can move less awkwardly than he can stand still. Pupating larvae, migrating south. I caught a handful. But its belly is not white, only whitish. Drop it, cover it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. I understand this and walk in a clockwise direction. A 6-inch gash across the knee. Rather, I cut myself on the barbed wire. We circle around the nursery when, starched smooth and rigid, the edges frayed in the soil beneath. But its belly is not white, only whitish. In certain light I am interrupted. In certain light, a tree seen against other trees is merely a dark mass. If I move in a simple and primitive manner, if I yield to this impulse, the tension between copper-coloured devil's needle. The ice is bare in winter. The scream of the jay is a true winter sound.
Paul Ingram.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, Paul Ingram.
This reading is next door.
Okay, so in 3 minutes I'm going to read something for children, something for adults, and something for adults and children. So first, couplets. 1. Party animal. The unrepentant rhino cavorted on the lino. 2. The conscientious spider was trying to be tidier. 3. Stupid ass. The absent-minded donkey had taken out the wrong key. 150 million is my telephone number, help. To Vladimir Mayakovsky. Your name. Your face on a plate. Your shattered pelvis is not a text, comma, 150 million is my telephone number, help.